Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to really talk about the state of Doctor Who and what's happening with it, because it's in a very weird place at the moment. I'm going to split this video into three sections. First I want to talk about the reality war a bit more. If you watched my last video, I said I wasn't sure about it, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to split this video into three sections. So obviously the reality war, and then I want to talk about the CBeebies shows that's been announced, which is interesting, and then I want to talk about the leak on Reddit. And the time codes will be in the bottom in the description. So if you want to skip to 10 parts, you can. So let's start with the reality war. Now, I have watched it again, and I do quite enjoy it. It's not a bad episode. Yes, I'm still gutted that Ncuti left. I think the main reason everyone is so gutted about Ncuti, because every Doctor that has Regenerate, we've known about that, they're going, we didn't know about Ncuti. Ncuti was a very last minute thing for us as fans. So I think that's why everyone's really not over it yet. And it is a shame that he's gone and he didn't get another season. But I said this in my last video, I blame Disney. If Disney had commissioned the show, then we probably would have been in halfway through production of season 3 by now. And we would have Ncuti. Probably in his last season though. But yeah, Reality War isn't that bad. I quite enjoy it. I still can't get over the ending. I don't think I will till then we get the new series. But yeah, that's my take on the Reality War. I just wanted to put that in here. Because I did quite like it and I did quite enjoy it. It was a good final. I won't get on Wishful though, like I said last time. Right, let's talk about this CBeebies show that weirdly been announced. I get it, but I just don't know why you would announce this and not the main show. It's weird. I'll put the link in the description. I'm not going to read the whole thing out, but it basically says BBC sets to expand the universe as he launches plans for a brand new preschool animation series, which will see the Doctor's adventure come to CBeebies for the first time. But it isn't the first time though, is it? We had David Tennant doing bedtime stories in 2023. I suppose, I don't know. Anyway, this is interesting that they've announced this and not the main show. Anyway, but this is in very early stages. They haven't even got a production company to make the thing yet. Because they are looking for it says somewhere, the BBC are looking for a passionate production company to create and produce a series, which will run independently from the main show. So, this makes me think they're not cancelling Doctor Who. Why would they announce this if they're cancelling Doctor Who? If they were cancelling Doctor Who, they wouldn't bring this in. Now, the rumour is that they're going to be 50-something episodes. Half in 2027 and half in 2028, 29. I don't know. But that's the rumour. That's a lot of episodes. That's more than we get in 5 years of the main show. But I suppose they're probably going to be like 20-minute episodes. And they are for kids. So, yeah, it's interesting. And it might bring viewers to the show. Yeah, it might and it might not. I would say CBBC more. I think more appropriate for some sort of Doctor Who thing, not CBeebies. Anyway, yeah. So that's my thought on the series. Yes, it's fantastic that we're getting an expansion. It'll be interesting to see if it brings new viewers to the show. I don't think it will, personally, unfortunately, because I think they're too young. CBeebies is too young. We're going to see what's happening with this. Yeah, it's interesting. Right, let's move on to this leak, shall we? This leak, I'll put it up here. I'm not going to read it out. Because you know, guys, I'm terrible at reading things out loud. Basically, it's saying that obviously the Disney thing has gone. the Disney deal is over. So they are looking for a new streamer. And basically what they're saying is this streamer that they're partly in talks with wants more creative control and wants to aim it and it wants the show to take itself more seriously. Shift the focus towards older teenage audiences. The thing about that is, I don't think Doctor Who is a really kids show anyway. It's on BBC One. It's not a kids show. If it was on CBeebies, then yeah, it's a kids show. But it's not a kids show. They are comparing it to Stranger Things, which I haven't watched. So apparently they want more creative control, and they want to reach out to the older audience. Which the older audience part is weird because this is just my opinion. I don't think it's a kids show. It's on BBC One. That's my opinion on it. Yes, I do think it could take itself more serious, and it could be a little bit darker. So, and I don't think it's a bad idea to let another production company have a bit more creative control. Doctor Who needs fresh blood. Doctor Who needs to change if it's going to survive. If it's going to make it to the 70th anniversary. So it needs to change and it needs to grow. The thing with other shows, it's grown with the audience. People watching it in 2005 have now got kids and are older. So when they're still watching now, and it's still the same level as that, if not lighter. I think the darker stuff is more in 2005 than what it is now, personally. So I do think it does need to go up a little bit, and it does need to have new, fresh blood. But apparently, our Russell T Davies is on the fence about this, and he's very protective, which I get. He's very protective of who he collabs with and who writes for the show, which I understand. Doctor Who is literally his baby. He bought it back in 2005, you know. So I do get it. If this is all true anyway, if I do get what he's saying, but I do think it does need to move on a bit and needs to grow up a little bit. Everyone is talking about Space Babies and how that could have put people off. However, that wasn't the first episode on Disney Plus. You had the 60th anniversary, and then you have Children on River Road. They were the first episodes. Yes, it was the start of the series, so it probably didn't. I don't mind Space Babies. I don't think it's a bad episode. I do quite like these funny episodes, silly funny episodes. So yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know who the streamer is. The only one that has not been mentioned in other videos is Paramount Plus. But is this streamer that they're talking about Disney? Could they be trying to reshuffle the deal? Could Disney want more creative control? I don't know who it could be. I don't know much about HBO Max, so I can't comment on that. Obviously we don't have HBO Max over here. I think it's basically Sky, HBO Max. So was it the Paramount, Netflix, and Prime? Maybe Prime would make sense because he just bought James Bond apparently. So yeah, Paramount Plus do have Star Trek, and you know Doctor Who has a good relationship with Star Trek. They did this whole friendship thing on social media. I can't remember when it was. So potentially Paramount could be in the talks. Netflix is tricky because I don't want Doctor Who to turn into a Netflix show. Does that make any sense? I worry what Netflix will do to it, basically. So I don't know. And also, remember they probably went to these before the Disney deal. They probably went out and said, we want this, and then they decided to go with Disney. And obviously that hasn't worked out. So now they've gone back to them like, please. So, yeah, I don't know. But apparently there is a contingency plan if none of this works out. So apparently we could have shorter seasons or annual specials if necessary. I wouldn't have a problem with like 3 specials a year. I think as long as Doctor Who's on TV in some form, then it wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm not bothered how many episodes we get in a season. Yes, it's nice to have 13, but it's very long a 13 season these days. Nothing gets a 13 season these days. Look at Waterloo Road. That had a 20 season. That had a 20 episode season in its heyday. And now it has 10. No, 8 or 10. So, you know, everything has changed. And everything has changed in the TV industry as well. So, and a normal science fiction show, I don't know actually, I don't watch science fiction show. A normal show normally gets like 5-6 episodes, if that. Not many series get a 10 episode season. So I don't think 6 is a bad idea. I just think they need to be a bit longer episodes. If we're going to get a shorter season, they do need to be a bit longer. And not 5 minutes. Like an hour long each, maybe. That would make more sense. Yeah, so that's my opinion on it, guys. It's a weird one. You never know with Doctor Who because they didn't announce Disney till after the Power Doctor aired. But they were already filming for the 60th. Yes, there was obviously the heavy rumours that Disney had partnered with the BBC, but it wasn't official until like the end, till like after the Power the Doctor aired, and they released a new logo. So you never know. They might not announce a streaming partner straight away until after the Land and War, the War and the Land and Sea thing. But they could announce a season to be, say, season 3 now or season whatever now in production. So you never know. I don't think Doctor Who is cancelled. I do think we'll have a long wait though. I do think they're trying to aim for 2027. But the whole stuff with the anime show, I think that's when the anime show is meant to come out. And I think they want it to run alongside each other. So that would make sense. 2027 would make sense. But we'll see. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm sorry I'm blabbing on again. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.